Today is not a good day to be a blind bitch. I recently lost my glasses somewhere in my room. I tore the whole place up. I lifted all the mattresses, the couch, and everything. And I found a bunch of trash like everywhere on the floor. I went to go clean it out. And in the midst of me trying to clean up all the trash, I still could not find my glasses. And now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I might have accidentally swept the trash up with my glasses, threw them in a trash can, and then threw them in a dumpster. By the time the video is posted, I'm going to have like a full video breakdown on my YouTube short and TikTok, so make sure you watch that. Hello there, nice to see you come back to my channel. My name is Ariane Murphy, and on this channel we discuss all things skincare, making sure that you are properly educated so you can make an informed decision on your next skincare product. With that being said, if you're not already, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button because we have much to discuss. Today I want to talk about benzoyl peroxide. What is benzoyl peroxide and why is it one of the most trusted ingredients out there for treating acne? Let's discuss, shall we? Benzoyl peroxide is one of those ingredients that have been around forever in acne care, and for good reason. It's mainly used for mild to moderate acne, but it works in a really unique way. When it touches your skin, it breaks down and releases oxygen. That oxygen kills the acne-causing bacteria that called Cutibacterium acnes, because these bacteria can't survive off an oxygen-rich environment. Basically, benzoyl peroxide works by taking away the space that these acne-causing bacteria like to live. Think of it like an eviction going unnoticed. It also helps to gently clear out clogged pores by removing dead skin cells and excess oil. We can put a stop to new breakout before they even start. One thing people love about it, and dermatologists especially, is that bacteria don't build resistance to benzoyl peroxide as they do with antibiotics. This is why benzoyl peroxide is often paired with other acne treatments to make them more effective. Of course, with all active ingredients, benzoyl peroxide can be drying and irritating at first, so it's always best to start slow. Maybe use it every other day and follow it up with a common soothing moisturizer. You'll usually find benzoyl peroxide sold over the counter. It's one of those ingredients that doesn't always need a prescription. They come in gel, creams, lotion, cleansers, and even soap. You'll see a lot of benzoyl peroxide sold in concentrations of 10%, but they can go as low as 2.5% as well. Now, mark my word, the lower percentage are just as effective as the higher percentage one, but with less irritation. Dermatologists often recommend benzoyl peroxide as the first step for treating acne, especially for people who are just starting out, and sometimes it's paired with retinoids and antibiotics to boost results. The benzoyl peroxide helps clear the bacteria, while the other ingredient target clogged pores and inflammation. It's a great multitasker, and it's been trusted for treating acne for decades. Because benzoyl peroxide is actually FDA approved and part of the dermatologist guidelines, benzoyl peroxide is considered a safe and reliable ingredient when used correctly. Like I said earlier, it's been studied for decades, so we know quite a bit more about it and what to expect from it. With that being said, benzoyl peroxide is a powerful ingredient, and your skin might need time to adjust to it. It is very common when you start benzoyl peroxide, you're going to experience a little redness, dryness, and mild peeling in the beginning. It's almost like your skin is learning how to rebalance itself with this new ingredient. These effects usually come down as your skin builds tolerance. Starting with a lower percentage and then using it every other day would make a great start. It's worth noting that it's important that you know that benzoyl peroxide is not salicylic acid. Salicylic acid is known as a beta hydroxy acid, or BHA for short, and it works differently from benzoyl peroxide. Instead of targeting bacteria, salicylic acid targets the pores themselves. It has a unique ability to dissolve the bonds that hold the dead skin cells together, almost like loosening some glue that's holding your dead skin cells together. By doing that, salicylic acid can help unclog congestion, smooth the surface of the skin, and prevent new breakouts from occurring. Because of how it works, salicylic acid is most useful for blackheads and whiteheads, where your pores are blocked but not necessarily inflamed. And while salicylic acid doesn't have a strong antibacterial property like benzoyl peroxide, it does offer some gentle anti-inflammatory benefits, which can help calm redness and breakout look a little less angry over time. Salicylic acid is a subtle, more slower ingredient, one that focuses on keeping your pores clean and your skin texture smooth without directly fighting bacteria. When you first start benzoyl peroxide, it's really important that you give your skin some time. Benzoyl peroxide is definitely not one of those ingredients that works overnight, and contrary to what the internet says, this is completely normal. Most people start to see subtle changes after about 4 to 6 weeks. They might start seeing fewer breakouts, or at least the breakout that they do see, it tends to be smaller and fewer and less rigid, and they probably heal a lot faster as well. But the real transformation will start to show after about that 8 to 12 week mark. This is because your skin works in cycles. It's going to take time for the deepest layer of your skin to respond to what you're putting on the surface of your skin. Each skin cell has to mature, rise up, and shed, and this process doesn't happen instantly. On average, it takes about 28 days. Think of it like teaching your skin a new habit. Benzoyl peroxide helps calm bacteria and clear your pores, but your skin needs a full cycle to adjust and maintain that balance. When it comes to the concentration concentration of benzoyl peroxide is really based on preference, but also based on your skin type. Obviously, if you have sensitive skin, stick to the lower concentration. Around 2.5% would be a great start. It's way less irritating, and make sure you only use it as a cleanser and not like leave on like a cream or gel. If your skin is dry, you'll probably want to stay between the 2.5 to 5% range. Since benzoyl peroxide itself can be drying, you'll need a good moisturizer with this one. Maybe like a heavy cream, because a lightweight moisturizer will not do. At least in my opinion, don't have me lying. If you have oily skin, you usually can handle more. You could very well tolerate a 10%, but even a 5% would just be fine. People with oily skin tend to tolerate benzoyl peroxide more easily. And leave-ons like creams and gel will work great if you have oily skin as well. And if you have combo skin, this is about balance. Start with a lower 2.5 to 5% range, and you can adjust it out to however you feel. Some people use a higher concentration on their more oily areas and a lighter concentration on their drier areas. The truth is, you do not need a higher concentration of benzoyl peroxide in order to see results. Studies have shown that even the lower concentrations, like 2.5 to 5%, work just as well as the higher percent, which is 10%, which has way less irritation. More isn't always better, it's just harsher. But no matter what skin type you have, you need to always pair it with a good moisturizer and sunscreen every single time. This is not optional. Benzoyl peroxide can dry and sensitize the skin, and skipping a moisturizer and certainly a sunscreen will not make you tougher. And speaking of sunscreen, if you don't use a sunscreen after you use a benzoyl peroxide, you're basically undoing half your progress. Irritated and unprotected skin heals much slower and become more prone to those dark spots after your acne clears up. So congratulations on getting rid of your acne. Now you have really bad acne scars. And with that, that's pretty much everything you need to know about benzoyl peroxide and what it does, how it works, and how to actually use it the right way. If you found the video helpful, make sure you follow me on all my socials. I share a lot more behind the scenes skincare education on TikTok, Instagram, ingredient deep dive to my own trial and error moment that don't make it to this platform. And if you really want to take your skincare knowledge to the next level, I've got something special coming soon. My new book, Dark Spot Solution, will be launching on Etsy, and it's going to be all about hyperpigmentation. I'll be breaking down the science behind dark spots, the ingredients that actually work, how sunscreen fits in the picture, and so much more. So make sure you stay tuned for that. With that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.